hope you don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This is an illithid colony. This must be where they harvest.
I wager that devil I meant to rescue somewhere near.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Of all the beastly layers I've had to poke my nose into, this colony is still by far the worst. Don't carry one of their worms inside your skull.
It strikes me that for a mind flayer colony, there are remarkably few mind flayers about.
He's a gone to war, is my guess.
Sounds like fun. Time to press ahead.
The scent of blood is in the air. I have nature's fury on my side.
Nothing will stand in my way.
despite everything. You picked the wrong fight, friend.
I can still move fast when I need to.
Fuck yes. Heading out.
Whatever experiments Balthazar performed here, I fear he made more than thralls and ghouls.
Another fight. Let's go. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Let me recite their demise. Of course.
Can't give up. Not now.
I will ascend.
shield.
No choice but to keep going.
Time to push my luck again. Blood follows me everywhere.
Still standing, no matter what you heard.
On your command.
Best be on my way.
Good. Glad I asked.
Mind flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
This place has been used to make slaves of those who should be masters.
Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with every mind flayer in the room calls it. But there are others in the pods. Those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command.
Gate machinery. Cold as the sea of night. Alien as time to the astro...
Enough! My mind is my own.
Fresh orders?
finding my way.
I am ready.
Let's turn someone inside out. Blood comes easy these days.
The lance board is set.
Blood comes easy these days.
Impero Tibi.
Very well.
Let me strike.
I didn't think I was going. The Blade of Frontiers. The Savior. I owe you an explanation. The others, the ambush. Tell me they survived. You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze. We were ambushed by cultists. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose.
If not over, then through. I'll give it a shot.
Mizora, you're Zarya.
My dumb little... Now, by Grazit's cock, get me...
Not yet, Mizora.
Is it?
You end it. No more pack.
Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
I share my talents, and you reward me with this...
Turn that frown around, pup. Your chum's got all your best interest now.
Fine.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command. To your symbol's meaning comes into focus. Annihilate. You decipher the symbol. It's an illithid sigil, meaning unleash.
You did all right, Will. I'd give your belly a good rub, but never could stand the smell. You've jumped through enough hoops. A little all that power. Now, you've got business. Don't you fret. I'll Oh, and go ahead. Tell your chums.
Mortaloids. How many true souls have passed through this place? Already feeling better.
Zariel's asset was none other than Mizora herself. God damn it! I'll never be rid of her. The more I want to shake her leash, the tighter she pulls it. The Blade of Frontiers is fueled by more than a I have my father's training, I have cunning, I have my wits. If I ever manage to break this pact, they'll more than do.
Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a lot more than usual?
It's almost like it's excited by something, drawn to it.
No longer a background murmur, the presence.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under...
It isn't you I answer to.
Motherfucker!
Oh, the General!
Salute, yeah.
You forget yourself, or...
You built an army for our master. A rogue truth.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my...
The distractions have been yours, Ketherek. So you haven't lost. The Slayer against the undone.
But... he...
If the weapon is truly... Orin and I can wait for you, no... The edict of bet...
The lash of Thor!
An elder brain.
Look at that crown. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mistra commands. What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. I do trust you. More than my... I have to end it. To struggle on.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard.
Preserver.
You wag your word, Flap.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. We will empty this place and begin... And Ketherek, do try not. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a You could have run away, but the lure of one... Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. Your place is to die, so let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave my daughter's life for... I have fought great wars. You are all that stands between... I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. With pleasure.
Oakfather, shield your servant. Sylvanus, guide my step. It's Ali.
Survival is all that matters.
Forever dauntless.
I thirst for combat.
Survival is all that matters. Infinium fear.
In position.
My path be true. Taste my fury. Ready. Got to press on.
No choice but to keep going.
I go hunting.
Death is but a word away.
Well, so much for peace. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Spill some blood.
Nature shall be defended at any cost. Allow me. The battle is not yet won. I see, at once. I shall free you. Aid is coming. Yes.
I won't give in.
This is my time.
Your command? A bold maneuver.
I...
But it is known, for I am death. Impossible.
Is dead! The wretch! No!
You have my sword. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
Ketterik's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
What's inside?
In death, the body is cooled.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The crown's markings suggest it was forged. It is a crown of The crown's Netherese magic, and it must be the reason nobody could heal. If the crown can do this to the
Netherese? These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
I believe you fought and defeated. Ketherek was Merkel. I know Lord Enver Gortash. The other is a mystery to me. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death. Bane, Baal, and Mer. They are known to pick from them. Each one alone would be a but working together, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. We prepare for the fight of our lives. The army of the Absolute, within the city. And order the death god. We must wrest control. Our chances of success are slim. I will be your and when the chance comes to strike, you must.
Seems simple enough.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing? The tadpole, the Absolute. How? I was his bodyguard. I looked up. He gave me away to... And now he'll use up. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. He can't get away with what he's done.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands. The crown! The one the Elder Netherese magic. Most Netherese artifacts. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but I know what nearly happened, and I'm sorry for putting you in that position. That crown sits on a... We need to learn more about what we... As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest the only kind I have. Their collection of rare tome. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicion...
Gods be damned. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, we're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. It serves as headquarters. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Thanks for watching out for me. Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner.
What's up for discussion?
I will never tire of sitting on dead men's thrones. Power always had. We must be free if... I know one of them. To think. I thought her to be speaking for the absolute. I worship. You make it sound so simple. Indeed. She is the one who indoctrinated me. With the... She is fierce. If there is a way to turn... She is the one who brought me. Now I know. There was no... I will find her. I will murder her. There is no limit, and we have the chance to seize. In killing Ketterik, we fractured the cult's leadership. When we... The power of the enslaved Elder Brain could reshape... Patience. If we do not prepare... But if we are... First, we take the Nethers, and then we will need no... We have a purpose and a bond. There is yet one thing about you that...
You chose to incapacitate me rather than killing me when you eradicated my minions. Sparing an enemy's life is a great... If Ketterik... I should not lose myself. I do have one more question, though.
Why come to Moonrise, where the cult's power is strongest? Why not walk away? Drought, famine, and war. The cult are a threat. Now, I am ready to leave.
So, will with a Y.
Horrible than you can imagine.
Why?
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us. No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's still the case. It's like your mind wants you dead.
What will we do once we reach the city? No.
How'd you survive it?
One problem at a time.
Faniel. I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
What was it like in there?
In the curse. Horrible than you can imagine.
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us. No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's still the case. Like your mind wants you dead.
How'd you survive it?
Faniel. I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
Like in there?
In the curse.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you, you did well to defeat Ketterik. But Ketterik was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. You have the makings of a leader. Your action, Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to seek on its streets those whose purpose alive together. We will put an end to the I'm
glad that's
Whatever awaits us on the road ahead, we can at least be proud that the Shadow Curse is no more.
Should mind my step. Looks like an army marched through here.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this
charming plane of existence. It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever. In the case of our friend Yrgir, the Orthon you so handily dispatched in the Temple of Shah, he manifested in my House of Hope. He returned to me chastened but intact. He thought I would dismember him, but he has his uses.
We delivered the devil. Now I want what I'm owed. We had a deal.
Indeed, we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. As you wish. Brace yourself for carved into that ivory skin of yours is one part of an infernal contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles and your former master, Cazador Zar. In full, the contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of profane ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, and alongside them he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. The arousals and appetites of man will return to him, and unlike Astarion, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. The only missing ingredient is Astarion. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
It's a lot to take in. What do you think I should do? I hate how right you are. I knew he wouldn't leave me alone, even when I was just another wretched toy for him to play with. But if I'm the key to this power he craves, he'll hunt me to the ends of Faerun. I need to take the fight to him. And I need you to help me. Once we deal with the tadpole, I'll be back to my nocturnal self. When you're being hunted by vampires, the dark is the worst. I need to deal with Cazador when I still have any kind of advantage over him. Thank you.
Full-fledged vampires are not so easily slain. Astarion's master will be no exception. Fortune.
The shadows are cruel. It would take a miracle. Lucky for us, we've got a knack for miracles. Let's reunite the girl with her mother and father. She deserves that much. Orin? I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic bit player with dreams of a leading... I don't remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a... Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? I could never be so disloyal to Baldur. I was 17. Father, that's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon have fractured. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
A 10-day after Father left, I grabbed a rapier and set out. There they were, gathered.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, atop each totem, a dragon's head, there is a crack of thunder, a gust as the maelstrom howls Mizora's lips.
She read the terms while two devils stood witness, and I said yes. She didn't. She came on. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. The moment I agreed, I burned with the cultists choked on our poisons and burned. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is, though Mizora replaced it with... I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark. He returned to an I tried to tell him the truth, but I showed him my stuff. After, he said only one word. I understand. Because there's nothing to tell. As a boy, my body... Now, well, maybe I'd be living in the city. But There's no use lingering on maybes. My mind is on the No, never. He did the only thing he could, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than... The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he...
Wish I could say I was surprised about Cazador's pact. We're going to keep Astarion safe. On my life. He got his claws into me early. One of my mates got wind of a bit. He took one look at me and said I kept him safe, and I respected him. The whole thing with Zariel happened. Zariel laughed. He was right. Sometimes I...
Seems like Cazador used Astarion's flesh, not as a... You wanted something? Do you really need to... I'm sorry. I have a... That's more true than you may have intended. The Shadowheart I thought I was would never even... The sooner I speak to Nightsong, the sooner I'll know what the future holds for me. I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later.
I can't imagine how Astarion must be feeling. The terms of your own condemnation come. When the time comes, Astarion will have his revenge, I'm sure. And it will be richly deserved. She expects those who seek to use the weed. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know. I've no doubt she has the power to do so. As for Elminster, he saved the realms more times than legend can recount. To take on a god.
Well, hello. What can I do for you? I've already apologized. What more? Unless you're looking for another nibble. No innocence. You have my word. Only villains that we need to... After all, you know what I am now. I can fight with all... And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead. As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already.
What do you know about me? Almost no one.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know.
I chose to do that.
Secrets. Yes.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed... When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a...
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. You remember that it is a common right among Saloon. It seems that one child...
You already know.
My father.
That is him.
No.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? But you are a child no longer.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductor. You may have once thought of them as comrades. You have been forewarned for what is to come. But not yet. I was able to retrieve it before it sank. Shar is quick to discard what, but I felt it call to me and mirrored.
I'll need every advantage, it seems.
A debt repaid. Shar torments you still. See that your parents sacrifice.
It does not surprise me that Shadowheart's faith was based on a lie. Deception. I take no pleasure in his passing. Whatever faults he may have had, Ketherek was a great leader. Life was crueler to him than death. I believe he was an honorable man. I sympathize. A meaningless question. If he had, as it is, he lost, but I will never forgive him for handing me to Orin. For that. A true soul came to my... Menzoberranzan is not fertile ground for such messages. I killed them. I thought so too. But in this instance, I was even as the and whoever sent them was counting on my curiosity. Yes. All it took was a simple act of necromancy, and the corpses told me where I... Despite Ketherek's best effort. But he had the upper. As it turned out, I came to Moonrise with a retinue. I expected a battle. Ketherek expected us. Expected me. And I felt it is a mistake I hope never to. Ketherek proposed. He invited me to the head of his table. It was not the food. It was the pale woman. We had barely begun to eat when she spoke. Then, quick as lightning, she climbed onto the table, a dagger in each hand. Few things frightened me. Ketherek held me still. When Orin stood before me, I want this one. You've seen... And then she placed the tadpole in my eye. Herself. You know the rest as well. Then there was you. Soon there will be vengeance. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have... The wizard? No. Don't sulk. I admire your master. In my experience, either the enemy recognizes they are present company. Gale, however, is already in a state. I will reserve my social graces for those who might live long enough. It is a shame that she devotes all... Their devotion to preserving balance is pathetic. It is precisely because they are perceived as good that they are so dangerous.
You did it. Ketherek Thorm is no more. Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the cursed... I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this. No more than my right hand can absorb. Once the curse is lifted, I hope they will remain as a... Still, I would like to return here someday. I have, Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business,
Hey, where's Mum and Pops? Well, hurry. Then I'll teach you to conjure those vines.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt.
Dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth.
I've been lied to. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me... Indeed. But we'd better press on for now. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketherik's reign of living death is over. The curse has been... Your courage has been tested, and in...
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inaugural...
No, Lord Gortash. We were in...
So you came cowering to my chambers?
Forgive me, my lord, but that...
Perhaps the people would be calm. Get back to your duties.
Your plan is falling apart, Lord.
Control yourself, Orin. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketherek. They'll be traveling...
Lucky for you. Oh, but tomorrow and tomorrow...
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Wonder if the gods are watching me. Something's on my mind.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension, a grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric to place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer. Then you've been thinking the same thing. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. Let's find out more about the ritual. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more. My, you sweet. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us. We should get to them first. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be...